But no, we should probably move on to something more interesting. Let's talk about... Cause we're doing a podcast right now, aren't we, Luke? This is a podcast.
Oh, yeah.
We say it's a podcast. Would you say what we've done so far is difficult?
The most strenuous thing I've done all year.
Yeah, it is. The most difficult moment for me is when I had to, take the cap off my drink without making a noise.
Oh, yeah.
So let's talk about a tweet myself and you saw. I'll track it down while we're riffing.
I'm pretty sure I can... if you go onto our conversation, you've probably linked it recently.
Yeah, but I'm going. We had a right old giggle at this, didn't we? Because according to one person out there on the interwebs, podcasting is the hardest thing in the entire fucking world. Oh my god, I need to find this. Oh my god, I'm so bad at this.
I mean, go onto our conversation, you see their name on Twitter.
Oh, I can't be arsed. I don't want. The thing is, I don't want to search for their name because it'll keep popping up. Oh, it's all my Yakuza 6 stuff. All the stuff I was doing about Yakuza 6. Hell yeah.
I've sent you their name on Twitter.
Oh god, yeah, I see it. Shit, I'm not typing that fuck shit in. Here we go. I've got it. Right.
Oh, okay.
So this is, I think it's at Jane Marie or at C Jane Marie. It's I don't want to be mean about people who are naive about how hard podcasting is. That's understandable, but the idea, in quotation, in the little stars next to it for emphasis, that it's easy or should be easy, which is written in all capitals. So they can't decide whether they want to emphasise via all capitals or by putting the little stars next to it. It shows that as easy as you think podcasting is, apparently tweeting's even harder. Trickles up and actually affects my bottom line every day. It's frustrating and bums me out. And myself and you had a right fucking giggle at this, didn't we, Lucas?
We certainly did.
We just had a podcast where I had a conversation with my dad on the phone. And then we drank for 2 hours and just shot the shit.
Yeah,
turned
basically.
the thing off, sent it in and got paid.
I mean, yeah.
And this goes handily with... Do you remember when we were talking about people overestimating how good they are or how much effort something takes? One of the responses really, really fucking made me giggle. Because they said... the obvious thing that we talk, the obvious thing is they're not saying that what we're doing, what me and Luke are doing right now is talking to a microphone is difficult. It's a very easy thing to do.
Yeah.
And we agree that it's difficult to create content, be interesting, create something that people want to listen to.
Yeah, I think it is difficult to sit down and consistently have an interesting conversation every single time.
Yeah. And the example or the thing I like to use as an example of that is stand up in front of someone and they tell me a joke and make me laugh.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost impossible to do except for all but the most skilled comedians.
And even then they probably find it quite difficult.
And then and if you do a research-based podcast or story-based podcast, that again is quite difficult.
Yeah.
But my argument would be if you're doing that to a level that is considered professional, you should be pretty good at it by now. And as difficult as it will be for a layperson or a person with no experience, you should be a pretty good dab. You should be a dab hand at that by now.
Yeah.
And it should not be difficult for you at this point in the game to do some research. Because when I was obviously first started out writing, I sucked ass. It took me 2 weeks to research and write an article.
Yeah.
When I was at my peak, before obviously Fiend kicked off, I was literally writing 30 articles a week. Well-researched 1,000-word articles on varying subjects, all of which I was getting paid for and all of which were going on being made into YouTube videos and stuff.
Yeah, of course.
Because, oddly enough, if you do something for 10 years straight, you tend to get good at it.
I mean, you would hope so.
Unless you are one at C Jane Marie, at which point it's the hardest fucking thing in the world. And here is one of the responses I'm talking about. We average 150 to 200 hours of work for every 20-minute episode.
What are you doing?
And I'm just going to put it out there. If you take 150 hours to make 20 minutes of content and you're not rendering a fight scene from Star Wars, you're probably not doing your job properly. Because
unless you are Pixar animation, why is it taking you this long?
Unless you're doing a stop motion podcast.
Yep.
Like, I can't, it's that. And it feeds into that thing of like, oh yeah, when I go to the gym, I can lift 300 kilos directly above my head.
Yeah.
And it's this insecurity to admit that the thing that I do, it is like, you know what, it is work. And anyone who's doing it for the first time would say this is quite difficult, I understand. But it's this fear to admit that the thing that I do, I enjoy it.
Or the thing that I do is doable by others.
Yes. And it comes to me, it falls into like the YouTube thing of like, there's always a thing of like, oh no, it's a lot harder than it looks.
Yeah,
in some ways, yes. Because the hardest part of it is forming a personality.
Oh,
so
yeah,
not
sure.
everyone has one, as evidenced by the existence of Love Island. But
oh, God.
building, like the actual act of making the videos itself isn't the hard part. And once you learn how to do it, it's a very simple process. And none other than the creator of podcasting as a concept chimed in to shit talk this person by saying, I invented podcasting, you are full of shit.
Basically, yeah. Do you want me to just pull the exact quote?
Yeah, and it's in our Facebook conversation. You can say what that quote was. Yeah.
So the response was from scripting.com.
Yeah, which is run by the guy who literally invented the concept of podcasting.
Yeah.
So the inventor of what we're doing right now. Mr. Dave podcasting.
So I created podcasting, and you are wrong. It's easy by design. This is the same old BS pros tell people in every field. And by the way, podcasting doesn't care about your bottom line.
There it is, yeah. And that is the guy who invented podcasting.
The guy who invented it to be easy, because you know what? He invented it himself by design, as he says, to just be an easier thing to do.
It's talking into a microphone, and any way you cut it, that is a piece of piss. Like, whether or not you can build an audience, that's the hard part.
Of course, yeah, as you say, like things like forming a personality, creating like a format of a podcast, doing research, whether you decide to improv it or do research, blah, 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 that is the difficult part. Sitting down and making a podcast is not hard.
Yes, and that's why everyone and their mother has a podcast. But
exactly.
I found that just so amusing that it almost comes across as like gatekeeping.
Totally is.
Preemptively trying to put people off from doing this thing.
Because that is somebody that sees, oh no, my podcast is like maybe either losing an audience or the growth is slowing down because there are so many podcasts new and coming out all of the time. And that is, as they say, cutting into their bottom line. That is them going onto Twitter, hopefully making like a viral message of saying, stop trying to beat me. Stop trying to take my money. I want my money.
Yeah, and I'm saying this knowing full well that I have expressed in the past that do not get into YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
I've said it from the perspective of it is all luck.
Totally,
there is no way to guarantee success. If you want to do it for fun and don't expect to get any success, that's perfect. But if you want to do it as a career, it is absolutely not sustainable. Because there is no way to guarantee success on YouTube even with boosts and stuff. Like when I started my channel, I had 2 channels with 1 million subscribers each plus promoting me, and I still couldn't break over 10,000 until YouTube's algorithm smiled on the videos and decided to put them on trending one day.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And I could not have had a better groundwork laid to do that. I had 700 articles to work as content. I had a inbuilt network of people who could help me promote it, and even I couldn't make any money on it for a year.
Yeah, of course. And the thing is, like, for me personally, like, starting up a YouTube channel, as you've advised me to not do, that is more for me to have, like, a bit of a creative outlet. And if that goes somewhere, it goes somewhere. Like, if not...
And do you know what? And is it easy because you enjoy it? Because it's something you're passionate about?
That's the thing is, sitting down and creating and editing and researching videos and whatnot is like 10 hours of doing that is much easier than a 10-hour shift at work because I'm enjoying it.
Exactly, and and it's just, to me, it reads like pulling the ladder up behind you.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to come into this club as they walk in and get handed free champagne. And they're going through the windows going, don't come in, it's not worth it, it's not worth it.
Yeah. Your mate calling you from inside the club, sounding like they're having an amazing time doing, don't worry, mate, just go home, it's fine.
Yeah, it's preemptively trying to put people off, or an insecurity about people saying it's too easy. And because I guess I've had it before. I've had people joke about me. All you do is talk. All you do is like stand in front of a green screen and make videos.
Yeah, of course.
And that did get to me at first, and so I went, well, yeah, and I like my job. Because it's like, do you not like your job? No. Okay, good. Because there's this weird thing or a mindset where people don't think it's a real job unless you hate it.
It's really funny because I was
having
a similar conversation about like YouTubers in work today, and we were saying like talking about videos, for example, that are like, I spent $1,000 opening up packs on FIFA Ultimate Team,
something like that. Yeah.
And then it's and all the ad revenue they get off that is $10,000, say, between like sponsorships and ad revenue and people donating to them on Patreon and all this. They are making like 10 times the amount of money they put into it. And then you get all the people being dead salty going like, well, that's not a real job, blah, blah, blah. I could do that. And it's like, yeah, but you're also just pissed off that you didn't do it.
Yeah, it's modern art again. It's like modern art is just, I could do that. Well, yeah, you didn't.
You didn't, though. Someone else beat you to the punch and now you're pissed off.
Exactly. And the thing is, you're more than welcome to try. It's just obviously they did it first and they're obviously got the established ground. But I would never tell someone not to give it a go. All I'd say is don't go in expecting success.
Exactly, yeah.
I would never want to discourage someone from creating something. All I would say is I'd say don't get your hopes up because it's not a meritocracy. There is hard work is no guarantee of success in this industry, but you can. There's always that chance.
I mean, that's the thing is, so for a little while, my girlfriend worked in like social media,
yes.
Like in terms of like doing marketing and stuff like that for a company. And the one thing that she took away from it was going, I'm not finding this enjoyable because there is no measurable way to ever know what's going to happen.
Yeah,
she went, I can do the same thing 10 times for 10 very similar posts, and every single one will be just stupidly widely different in terms of reach and how well it does.
Oh, yeah. Same with like YouTube and stuff like that. Even today, on my way to record this podcast, you sent me a message saying, suddenly our views shot up, and we don't know why.
Yeah.
It's unreliable, and that is probably the number one issue I have with it, and it's why I have no reservations about, not reservations, but I have no like oh god, I'm getting stuck for words today, but I have no I don't plan to do this forever, and I'm very aware of the fact that
I was letting you try to get there, but
yeah, it'll fade away, which is it's an oddly depressing but yet weirdly freeing thing to think about, that I know in 3 years my channel will either be irrelevant or dead, or I'll be sick of it, or I'll burn out, or I'll run out of ideas, or people will just move on and find another interest. And it's weirdly freeing to think about it in that way, because that means that...
I mean, you're being very positive about it.
No, yeah. Well, the thing is, though, when it's probably a really crass and morbid comparison, but do you know when people find out they're going to die?
Oh, yeah.
And you expect them to be really depressed and all that stuff, but they don't. Because they see what they do instead is they just live every day, and every day, it's like, every day is a gift.
Well, that thing is like, and
I think it's...
I think the way that you're coming across with it is like, so you know that you have, a fleeting amount of time, whether it be 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, whatever, you know that in 40 years' time you're not going to be working off a Fact Fiend channel. No, absolutely not. But I won't be doing it in 5 years. Well, you might not be. You never know. But what I'm saying is, you are sitting there going, I know that it's not a super long-term sustainable job, but that means that you can just enjoy it while you have it. Yeah. Do you know what it is? It's a relationship with a really hot girl who doesn't want to commit. That's what YouTube is. It's like, it's a really, really hot girl, but you know that she's bad for you, because you know she's not the kind of girl you can take home to your parents. Like, YouTube's not the kind of job
I can tell my mum and dad that I do full time.
I mean, to be fair, you do it.
You do, yeah. And obviously you take that girl home and they support your decision, but when she goes, they say, well, I'm glad that you're not with her anymore, Karl. So when YouTube ends and I get like a proper job in an office somewhere, they'll say, as much as I like you when you were doing that YouTube stuff, son, I'm glad that you've settled down with a nice, stable job.
Yeah. Oh, I know what you mean. But you know what? Like, you get to research fun things and enjoy what you're doing for the time being. So rather than focus on the downside that you might not have it,
so
why not just enjoy it while you do?
To keep the analogy going, it's like, 500 Days of Summer or whatever it is, where the guy's obsessed with a girl, and he gets really pissed off when she wants to break up with him, and he finds himself unable to accept the fact, well, they had 2 good years together, but no, it's all ruined because obviously one bad day. So I see it as that of like, every day I get to wake up and go, I don't have to go work in an office. And all the people who hate me do, that's a good day for me.
I mean, to be fair, you go and work in an office, but you go work in Big Wangers HQ.
I go work in my office. So yeah, it's weirdly just freeing to be able to say, I'm not going to be able to do this. I'm not going to do this forever. So I might as well just fucking enjoy it.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, why not?
Probably one of my favourite tweets of all time is just this. It's just from this girl who's like, I hate when people ask me what I want to do in my life, and I just have to respond like, honestly, love, I'm just here for a laugh. Just here for a bit of a laugh. It's like, yeah, that's a good way of looking at it.
Yeah.
You don't need long-term plans as long as you enjoy today.
Exactly.
I mean, like, might be dead tomorrow.
Yeah, that's the thing is, we can all have these like 15, 20-year plans that we all want to really stick to and have our goals and stuff, but you never know what's coming around the corner. You can't plan this shit out.
Really liking the idea of like YouTube being this really hot but crazy girl.
I mean,
who's super bad for you. And that all your friends tell you like she's hot, and you know what, I'm jealous, but they don't want to get with her.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, I can't believe you get to like, take her home at night and bang her or whatever. But then you go, oh mate, but she's fucking like, she's horrendous, mate. She keeps me up all night. She's really stressful. It's cost me loads of money and all that. And like, they see like
never know what I'm getting from one day to the next.
Yeah, sometimes she's hot, sometimes she's cold. Sometimes she won't speak to me for weeks. Like,
sometimes she puts me on the trending page. Sometimes she ignores me.
Yeah. Sometimes, obviously, she just sometimes she takes all my money. Other days, she's paying for everything.
Oh yeah.
This is a really good analogy. Just YouTube is that hot girl or guy who, like, this is not a permanent relationship. And you know what? In that same vein, when people go into a relationship with that kind of person, like, the person who's self-destructive, isn't good for them, thinking it's going to be permanent, they get hurt.
Yeah, exactly.
And they sink their life savings or whatever into chasing or trying to. And I guess it's quite a fitting analogy, obviously, when the breakup happens, inevitably, because it has to. You can't. This is not a sustainable thing.
Mm-hmm.
When the breakup happens, you become like that guy. You become like Joseph Gordon-Levitt in 500 Days of Summer. You become despondent and angry, and you try and recapture that feeling, and you never do. In the same way, you have YouTubers who had their time in the sun, and their channels, obviously, they faded away, and now they're desperately trying to, re-achieve that fame.
Yeah, of course.
And they're still trying to make the same content and do the same thing, and it's not working, and they can't understand why. And I don't ever want to reach that point where I'm still doing fact feeding to an audience that's just like dramatically shrunk.
I mean, fair enough.
Fade away. Just fade away gracefully. And have people have good positive memories of you. If like, you know what? I remember that shit. And they go back like a couple of years later, like I do sometimes, and just look at old videos.
Yeah.
Because I've had it before where I've gone back and looked at YouTubers that I used to enjoy or viral videos I liked. And you click on their profile, it's the only video they ever uploaded or whatever.
Yeah.
But then if you click the profile, you see they're still making videos that get like 20,000 views instead of like 400,000.
Yeah.
Oh no. You've got nothing else in your life. This is it. This is all you've got.
And it's chasing that high, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It's like, this is all you have. And I feel so bad. It's like they might still be making money from it, but they're not. After, at that point, it's not about the money. It's chasing that high.
Yeah.
It's the refusal to admit I had my time and it's done.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oh, you know what? I don't want to do that. So
and you know what? That's probably why like Lindsay Lohan sued Rockstar when GTA 5 came out.
Oh, that was so good.
Shit like that, where you just see, this celebrity I haven't heard of in 10 years is like suing this massive game. Or like Carlton from what's called Fresh Prince, when he like sued Fortnite for using the Carlton dance that he never copyrighted, and then tried to copyright it and claim it back.
Well, to be fair, I agree with that because obviously like they're nicking his shit, but there is a very deliberate reason why it's impossible to copyright, or almost impossible to copyright dance routines, and that's because obviously if all you need is one thing to do like a performance of Swan Lake.
Oh yeah.
And say, okay, we copyright this now.
Yeah, and
then basically what you're doing is you're holding art hostage from the world. So
exactly.
There's a good reason behind it, but at the same time, this is a massive. They should at the very least call it the Carlton dance.
Yeah. I agree that he should get some royalties out of it, but at the same time, I'm pretty sure that lawsuit ended with it just ending up that the TV companies owned his dance anyway.
Yeah, but I can see what you mean about the idea of like a desperate attempt to like cling to any sort of success. I think again, I forget the name of the actress, which is quite fitting, really. But it was this? I think she was in like Bridesmaids or something. It's like she's like this actress. She's in a couple of things, and all she ever does on Twitter is just message other celebrities, just asking if they want to hang out. I need to find it.
Oh, God.
These are amazing. They're amazing. I'm just going to type in desperate actress. I better be careful with this search result. Tweets and celebrities. Let's see if we can find it. Come on. See if it comes up. I don't think it's going to happen.
No.
I don't think I'm going to be able to find it. It's just like guides on how to get celebrities to respond to you on Twitter. Celebrities to notice them. Let's have a look. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no. That's not it. No, I don't think I want to get this one.
No, we're not going on adventures to take people. No internet adventure with Karl.
The thing is, though, is because it's just this... I remember seeing this image, and it's just she sends the same tweet to everybody saying, "Oh, hey, it's me from insert shitty TV show from like 5 years ago. I saw you at a party last night. Good laugh or whatever like that." And no one ever responds. Oh no! And they're like on this website where you go in and you can ask them. I think it's this celebrity thing where celebrity, I say like big air quotes, where you go on it and just record personalized messages for people.
Oh,
right. They pay $5 to $10, and she charges like $10 or something like that. And it's oh no, like how the mighty have fallen.
Yeah.
I just remember going, oh, that's really fucking bad. This is what you've done.
You know what? Yeah. I saw recently. It was today actually. So I live in Liverpool, and I was like, someone tweeted at Troy Baker and Nolan North, like two very prolific voice actors, like. Yes. God, I'm gonna miss you in Manchester Comic Con, like this week, I think. And I was like, wait, like Troy Baker and Nolan North are at Manchester, and I missed that. I'm like a half an hour train ride away, basically. And then I went to the Comic Con page and looked up all the prices for like meet and greets and like autographs and pictures.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
And man, if you want to get like. If you wanted to go the top 10 guests they have at that Comic Con and like get a picture and autograph from all of them, it'd cost you like over £1,000. And I'm like, what kind of like fan gatekeeping is that? Like that is horrendous. Crazy. Like I'd understand if they had to charge for like a VIP pass where you like pay £50, you can get like unlimited photos and autographs from your favourite people, but like. When every single person individually has to charge for autographs and photos, that is just...
Oh my God. Is this you suggesting that we have a fast pass for Comic-Con?
What? I mean, I wish.
The fast pass for Comic-Con.
I
may have found something here. I might be able to find it here because we've got a BuzzFeed article, the 17 saddest ex-celebrities on Twitter.
Oh no.
So let's hopefully I can find her. It's a very specific one. I must do it. I
mean, Karl, you are...
Oh, my God.
I hope this is good if you're that far down the rabbit hole.
Oh, man. BuzzFeed, man, is so fucking terrible.
Oh, it is.
No,
it's awful.
It's not on here. It's not on here. God fucking damn it. It's so annoying. This will annoy me. This will be my mission for next week.
I mean, right. Mission for next week. Episode 21, Karl. I want you to bring this horse around and... find this person by next week.
and do it. Oh man,
we need to do it now that you've made such a big deal out of it. Needs to happen.
It's because they're so bad. Like they're so just depressing to read when you realise like this is a person just desperately clinging to like what little relevancy they have left online. Yeah. And I think there's even a celebrity who told them to fuck off.
Oh god.
Like there's one where someone told them like, please just leave. Oh, I found it. I think I found it. Yes, I've got it. Okay, I have it here. I've Lucas, I've done it. My many hours of research that I'm doing in the background.
This is how many hours preparation goes into podcasting, guys.
Right, just need to wait for the image to stop being fuzzy and load up. Come on. I
mean, I thought you were with like your super high speed internet at your office, Karl. Come on.
I do, yeah, but I'm also uploading like 24 videos at once. Right, here we go. Right, the celebrities, and this is Nikki Blonsky, and she was in the movie Hairspray.
What was the name?
Do you know
what for me to find?
NIKKIBLON Sky, so SKY. And the reason I know she is from Hairspray is because she is tweeting at all these different celebrities saying, hey, it's Nikki Blonsky from the movie Hairspray. I love all your work, but wow, Ghost Whisperer is amazing. Hey, I'm Nikki Blonsky from the movie Hairspray. I love your music. Awesome job. Just wanted to tell you. Hey, it's Nikki Blonsky from the movie Hairspray. It was so nice meeting you the other night. Hey, it's Nikki Blonsky from the movie Hairspray. I'm a huge fan of the show you two do. With you, I would love to do a lockdown with you guys and come to New York. Hey, it's Nikki Blonsky from the movie Hairspray. How are you, handsome? Miss seeing you around.
Oh, God.
It's just,
it's so bad.
Oh, yeah. Every single, there's so many of these. She just tweets at various celebrities just saying, hey, it's me from the movie Hairspray. How are you? And no one ever responds.
And the worst thing is that if you have to open with, hey, it's this person, here is where you know me from, it's probably not going to be a conversation starter.
Oh, man, it's one of those things where you just look at it and say, it's so sad because, she has to clarify who she is, and they never respond. It's like, oh no.
Oh god.
It's like, oh, what are you doing, Nikki Blonsky from Hairspray? And that's what I want to avoid. I never want to get to that point where I'm like, do you know who the fuck I am? And
hey, it's Karl Smallwood from Fiend. Do you want to hang out?
Nothing will ever be, and this is a bad example, but it's one that sticks in my head. It's one of those things like the word is. It tops every list of best journalistic burns, and it was. I'll find the name of the woman. I think it's Octo Mom. I think it's that one. Let's find it now. I think it is her. It's this specific person. She was famous giving birth to a baby. Now, maybe it's this one.
Karl's trying to take us on an adventure again.
Yeah, don't worry. Right, there it is. Yes, right. You're right. So Farrah Abrahams, she was a reality TV star, and what she did is she filmed a sex tape.
Mm-hmm.
And she had a press conference, or she got a journalist to her house, where she said, "Oh, I just filmed a celebrity sex tape," and the journalist asked her, "Who's the celebrity?" It's like,
oh no.
Have you ever in your life heard of a more brutal burn than that one? Where she just said, and it's like, and it tops out every time there's a list out there of like, the greatest ever burns. It's that one.
Yeah.
Because it's just, the guy didn't even know it was a burn. He just genuinely inquired, so who's the celebrity? And she just responded, it's me. And he went, oh, okay then, and wrote it down. It's like, no, that's so bad.
Oh dear.
That's so brutal.
That is, and the best, I'd say the best part is that he didn't even know.
Yeah, that's the thing. He didn't even know. He was basically just I'm going to destroy this entire woman's career in one dunk. It's like, oh my God. But yeah, that is the one. And again, I never want to get to that point where I am struggling for relevancy to the point where I'm going to be seriously contemplating. I know I'll let someone put a penis up my bum, and I do that, and then I tell someone, and they say, well, who's the celebrity?
Oh, God.
So, you know what? I would rather fade away quietly and just be a warm memory in people's mind than occasionally appear on, TMZ as a drunken mess falling out of a taxi.
You know what? I might do that at some point in my life anyway, but
Yeah, that's
hopefully it's not
people...
because I'm trying to attain celebrity status.
Oh man, but you know what? On that note, on this wonderful journey through just the bizarre land of celebrities and YouTubers who's like, you know, are clinging to relevancy. Because the thing is, I don't mind doing it to a celebrity who's on like TV or something, but I don't want to like say like, all these YouTubers who faded away who are right now desperately clinging to fame, because we don't know their story.
Oh yeah,
we don't know
if
they just genuinely enjoy it going. But with those ones like that Nicky Blunt skit, where you can just see it's like, hey, it's me from Hairspray, please respond, and no one ever does. It's like, oh man, that is
soul crushing.
It's one of the saddest things to see.
Yeah,
it's like seeing your dad cry or something like that in it. Oh, it's just.
I think it's a bit more depressing than seeing your dad cry. Your dad's allowed to cry, Karl.
No, what I mean though is you just don't want to see someone who has this really perfect image in your head. Like celebrities, you always seem like the best on TV out there. And your dad is obviously a big, strong dude, obviously picked you up as a kid and obviously took care of everything, made you feel safe. And you just see them just like, oh, you don't want to see them like that, man.
No.
You don't want to see them at their worst. It makes you feel bad.
You always want to see people at the best, not the worst.
Yeah, it ruins the image of them like, in your head you have. It just makes that, like, it takes the sheen away from that like, pristine image you have in your head of them. So, because obviously we've ended on a really depressing note, I think that's the perfect place to end the podcast.
I mean, yeah,
because I want people to leave just feeling sad now. Also, I bet there is at least